I'm going to introduce the one, the only, the best dressed of all the people in the house tonight, Michael Garvin, the Minister of the Interior. Michael, are you here? Michael Garvin, the Minister of the Interior and the best dressed of the Tabernacle deacons. You're just in time for a mass exodus. You're just in time for a mass exodus.
Tom, I want someone to carry me on stage.
Is there anyone that would be willing to carry Michael Garvin on stage? He would like to be carried on stage. He would like to go on stage like the way Christ arrived on the back of a donkey. There we go. Thank you, sir. That's it. Yes, that's an entrance. Thank you. We got to get a beer for that donkey. Thank you very much. Give him a round of applause. This is a tough guy. Michael weighs like 9 pounds. Nobody was impressed. Michael Garvin, the Minister of the Interior.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay, next week Rachel carries me, then the week after that Riley carries me, and then we'll take it from there.
I'll carry you on stage.
On your shoulders.
Yes.
So, it's midnight, the witching hour. I'm more fully myself.
Hey, Michael. You know what everybody wants to know? You know what everybody in the house is desperate to find out?
What's that?
Do you know what everybody in the house can't live without knowing? I'll put it this way. Feel free to join in if you know the lyrics. Hey, Michael, what are you wearing?
Hello, everybody. Right now, our friend Auntie Bobo is roaming the streets of Rome. I've been to Rome, and my first sight were, well, my first image of Rome were local policemen chasing Asian transvestites past a wall built in the 2nd century.
Hallelujah.
During that trip, I got these shoes.
Both of them. This
The really pathetic thing is, I can walk all day in these shoes and my feet are fine.
What's pathetic about that?
I mean, I can't find a pair of shoes in this country with the same features. I can't, because people actually walk in Italy. They actually walk, John. Here they don't walk.
No, I have my first ever corn. I have my first ever corn from these fucking things.
Really?
My first ever corn.
I can't see them, John, because it's too dark.
Well, they're just like Vans, but like...
Yeah, Vans, tennis shoes, they destroy your feet.
I have this thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Is this the show?
Okay, the rest of the stuff I'm wearing, jacket, linen jacket, which I got online from a Japanese stationery company. Pants that had so much starch in them that the water was black for 5 consecutive washes. Dead man belt. Dead man belt.
Made out of dead man?
Made out of, yeah, 100% dead man. Yeah, that's
How about that necklace there? What's going on with
oh,
Necklace
okay. I haven't mentioned that one. That's a medal my grandmother gave me with the Archangel Michael, trampling Satan. And when I was a little boy, he was blessed by the same priest who baptized me.
Yes, sir. So it's an attendance
But,
award.
what's that?
It's an attendance award. Attendance.
No one has ever said that before. He's an attendant. Okay.
John, shut the fuck up.
No, the thing about John is John has
He's
a
there for
unique
it.
sense of humor, and you know, you really have one of the most unique senses of
He
humor.
may be the Tabernacle's greatest heckler. He's not appreciated for the genius of his heckling.
Where's the humor?
It's so off and always at the most inappropriate times and far too aggressive. And I think it deserves recognition. I think John may be the best heckler in the history of the Tabernacle.
Money Money, money, money.
Once I gave John a jacket. Both Zach and I found a jacket for John, like a 1950s jacket.
Right.
And John said, that jacket's a better person than I'll ever be.
Yes.
And I thought about that for 5 days and continuously laughed.
Yeah. No talking, ma'am. Ma'am, there's no talking during the show. Everybody knows that. And now, Michael, what was he wearing? Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic. We now want to give something back to the people that come to the Tabernacle. You know it costs nothing to get in here. Lots of people donate thousands and thousands of dollars, so you don't have to pay to get into this show. And we take that money and we spend it on sushi. But the point is, you get in here for free and we want to give you something back. We get sushi, you get intelligentsia. Michael, a learned man as you are, a well-traveled man, a man that can decode the secrets of the Sphinx. We're going to ask you 3 questions. And when we leave here tonight after the Tabernacle, we're going to be smarter than when we came in. Not by much, but by enough to where it's worth it for us to eat delicious sushi. Who has a question for Michael Garvin? We'll take any questions from anyone in the audience. You'll be next, and yes, go ahead. You're on deck.
Chuck, is that you?
And Chuck's got a question.
Okay.
Chuck, real loud, what's your question?
Hey, Michael, since it was just mentioned that you decoded it, what is the secret of the Sphinx?
Okay, there's gummy bears from 10,000 years ago. Underneath, there's like a reservoir of gummy bears.
I knew it!
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay,
There you go. Yes, in the back, what is your question? Just scream it real loud. Just scream it out.
How do I become as stylish as you?
Great question. Did you hear it? How does she become as stylish as you, Michael? Never going to happen? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, we all have our talents, you know. We all have our, some people are mechanics, others, they
But if somebody wanted to be stylish, what's your advice, Michael?
I would say, okay, quit your job. If you're in a relationship, leave it. Go to another city and just reinvent yourself.
Yeah!
Just sit in a dark room and think about what are your inclinations. And if they're legal, follow them. If they're not legal, either sublimate them or conduct them clandestinely. And then everything else will fall into place.
That's beautiful. Now, I hope that you just changed a life, Michael.
See y'all later!
Do you feel the power of the church? You feel the power of the Tabernacle? Let's take another question. By the way, everybody, I have not seen the Naked Poet yet. He did call me, and he threatened the following.
Really?
1, he was going to do a series of Bob Dylan songs as a 2-part series, and tonight was supposed to be part 1. And 2, he was going to be as naked as possible. So if he does wander in here, we're really in for it.
We're in for a treat.
Yeah, we're in for a little treat. And if he doesn't show up, we really dodged a little bullet.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
Someone needs to do a Naked Poet nude.
Well,
Like a nice
that's
oil
you,
nude.
Michael. You're a painter, and you know how to do it.
I'll approach him about that.
Okay, well, approach not from a distance, but not too close. We'll take one more question. Yes, a question in the back.
Thank you. Sure. You were at Haven Hospice about 2 to 3 days ago. Did you buy anything there?
Oh, you spied me there.
Great
No,
question. You've been spied shopping, Michael.
I don't know if I wanted to deal with the line,
Absolutely.
and I don't believe I found anything.
So you're saying don't wait in line to look fashionable.
I hate waiting in line.
I hate it too,
makes me
Michael.
feel. I just usually either skip people or like at Publix, I just stride over to that that place in the front,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
and then everyone's angry with me because
May I take a moment here?
Sure, of course, Tom.
Michael, you and I, this is the thing that bonds us, you understand? I'm not going to that new ride at fucking Epcot Center. I'm not going to wait in that line for that fucking roller coaster. I'm going to go off season. Okay, I'm going to get somebody to get me in there for free, just the way I used to get in the hardback. Okay, too bad if it violates the band's trying to make money. I was in a band, nobody paid me either. That's why I'm doing this fucking show.
Tom, being in a band is the most thankless thing you can do.
I know, but it's a beautiful thing. We
Yeah,
care.
indeed.
But I'm going. Excuse me. Can y'all please? I'm trying to have a moment here. I'm pissing my pants right now. This moment is so exciting for me that I'm soaking wet with urine. No, you're fine. I know who it is. It's this fucking logo, this slug dude. Anyway, I'm trying to say something that's so important. It's so important. I'm saying it, and I hear myself, and I go, what I have to say is so important. That's the way I think. You know, if I say this, I'm going to save myself and the world. What I have to say. Fuck, I forgot what it was. But anyway, thank you, Epcot Center. So, not waiting in line. And Michael, I went to that new bagel place, okay? It's not new, it's 2 years old, all right? It's the one that Ken Peng, remember Ken Peng? Yeah, he came out and he said it's the Naked Poet. Hi, how are you?
Oh, hey.
We were just talking about you. I'm glad
Bruce,
you were,
can we paint you naked?
I'm glad you showed up.
We want to paint you naked.
Can Michael paint you during your show?
Yeah.
I heard you're doing Dylan Part 1 and you're gonna let it all hang out. Is that true?
Bruce, no one knows if you're circumcised or not.
Are there any comedians here? Because you're going after Bruce. So anyway, Michael, but let me get to my moment. Hang on, I'm having a moment, Bruce. I know. No, this is about me now. Just give me
Tom,
a
we're
minute.
talking about the bagel place.
I've been on this for 10 minutes and I'd like to keep going. I want to push this thing to the fucking envelope. I want so many people angry about this show that they'll never forget it because this is the end.
Tabernacle.
Michael,
You're world famous.
thank you. I am.
My relatives in Canada know all about you.
Oh, that's great to know.
All of Canada.
All right, Michael, here's the deal. Here's the bottom line. I'm so sorry. I apologize to everyone in this room that came out to this show hoping to see many performers and not me. I apologize. I'm so sorry. Michael, I went to this fucking bagel place, okay? It's called Luke's Bagels, all right? Everybody knows where it is down on South Main. You gotta wait in line. There's always a giant line to get in there. And I've had various people, with differing opinions about it. And then Ken Peng, you remember the disgraced food critic?
I don't even know. I think he killed himself. I think he just couldn't take it.
Well, no loss. But anyway, but the thing is, I know, this is the show. But the thing is, he told them initially that they did not have enough salt in their bagels. And then they capitulated and said, we've adjusted our bagels, what do you think now? And then Ken said, oh my God, after you put the salt based on my recommendation, I believe these are the best bagels, the most authentic New York, properly boiled and baked proper bagels that exists in humanity. And they became very, very famous because of Ken. Then the unpleasantness occurred with Ken's racism and dickishness, and he got called out for it and dismissed and immediately consigned to Satan from Gainesville. Gainesville will get you out of here quick, right? I went there and their bagels were fan-fucking-tastic, and I waited in line. And somebody got online and said that I shouldn't love their bagels because at one time they loved Ken Peng. And so I was confused. I didn't know how to respond to that. And I think that's what Gainesville is all about. It's a great town.
Tom, the other day I mentioned a friend of mine that was disgraced. And the entire table looked at me disdainfully and walked away.
Mention my name.
No, not your name, but two friends of ours. One of two friends of ours who left town.
Many of my friends are disgraced.
They abandoned me, and I just sat at the table, and I didn't make any overtures.
No, you shouldn't have, because they'll run you out.
Yeah.
And then you won't be fashionable.
So it's a reign of terror.
Yeah.
He's always fashionable.
All right. Well, I think we learned something tonight, and thank you very much. And Michael Garvin, that was the best work I've ever done in your show. And thank you to our friend. We'll carry Michael off. it continues to be one of the great shows, and we're starting to get very tabernacle-y now. All right, let's get back to the list and see what the fuck's going on here.
You look great.
Everything's fine now, and this show's going to end way before 2. I'm absolutely certain of
All
it.
right, there you go.
We want your tight sets now, people. Evan, are you here? Is that Evan? Am I saying that right? Evan? I miss the beers. I don't like these. I want beer. Thank you very much. That's a nice gift. Evan, you're here? Oh, there's Evan. Oh, this is Evan. Oh, fuck yeah, man. Evan, does that plug in or you want to use a mic? What do you want to do?
Mike,
Okay.
who am I talking to?
Me over here, right here. Yeah, jump on, do your thing. Evan is here, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a round of applause. Evan's not fooling around. And neither are we. Is this your first Tabernacle show?
Yes.
When you conclude your performance, you will be one of us. Evan, everybody! Evan!
Let me preface this. This is probably the third time I've ever played on stage. I'm a campfire guitarist. I play with my dog.